Hey everybody, welcome back to Builders of Greece. Today's video is going to be the final video for this playlist. I think at this point in the game, I've experienced what I think the game is. I think I've shown and have experienced most of what the game has to offer. Other than combat, which just hasn't happened at all. So maybe that'll happen today too. We'll see. I've got some barracks here ready to go and, to train my militia up when needed, but so far, I haven't had to do anything like that. Today, what I'd like to do is try to get some additional industries that we can set up, including getting everybody their pancakes and their cheese. And I'm also going to be making more furniture as well. We are getting some furniture made. I would like to make even more if possible. We can also go down to the development of hygiene and start looking at, I want to make perfumes actually right here. Yeah, fragrance arts is what we're going to get now. Unlocks the Myrtle Grove and perfumery. So we're going to get that going. And then also the age of gold and silver. We can see maybe where the gold mines and silver mines and stuff are here too. I thought about getting the arena as well. Maybe we'll get that in this video. I don't know. Probably have some cutting around and stuff to do. But for the most part, we have pretty much filled the island that we have available to us. There's a little bit of land over here that we could populate, obviously in this side as well, and all around there. So there's still plenty of land to go. But that land... at this point, I'm thinking is like 90% of that land needs to be housing, just because that's how many people we need. And my restriction right now, my core thing that's maybe like slowing me down and making me ultimately say, hey, I think I've had enough, is the fact that my population is growing too slowly, despite these guys being incredibly overjoyed while having maximum taxes applied to them. They're still growing very slowly. So it's not, I think it needs a little bit of work in terms of that speed, in my opinion. So we are getting a little bit of Tiganates? Somebody tried to tell me in the comments on how to pronounce that, and I've already forgotten. I'm sorry. I just have. Let's go ahead and take this road, bring it out this way, and then come down this way. There we go. So now there's at least a stone road that takes people all the way into the main side of town from over here. And then I don't think there's a way to bring this road up, is there? I didn't think so. It doesn't look like that would be possible, but they can still walk down this stone road and get over there too, so that's fine. Okay, so pancakes are being made over here, and there may not be enough of them being made. Potentially that's a problem, but hey, they're there, and once our population grows, we'll be able to hopefully provide that. Same thing with the cheesemakers' huts. These things are right here. We're not making enough to satisfy the demand, but we don't have enough people to do that anyway, so we're still light on people there too. I'd like to make more furniture. Let's go ahead and turn on that last lumber mill. We're now down to 51 deficit with Thetis, but making more furniture does sound like a pretty cool thing. We need to achieve a satisfaction level of happy for all social groups, and that's exactly what we've just done. That was the little Steam achievement blip, blip that just showed up. So everybody be happy, I guess. Cool. Let's add one more furniture maker. We can do that. I'm going to add it back here behind this one. So about there should be good. And we'll just add like a tiny little drive right there. So more furniture being made with the wood right over here. And I think probably to make this even faster, we should put a warehouse right next to that. And you guys can all get your resources from this warehouse instead. Yeah. Why don't we make this a fast road as well. Just connect it all the way over there like that. All right, cool. Sounds good. So for research, did we get that done? Yeah, fragrance arts is completed now. Good. Let's go ahead and see what this theater's like. I'm going to unlock that now. I want to see what the theater's like. We don't have any buildings from tier 3, and I need a reason to get more of these Geomori. So we're going to get a theater, and maybe it'll fit here. It's probably very large, I would think. So this hunting lodge, understandably, you're in a bad spot. You're probably going to have to move. And since we have probably a lot of meat anyway, no, we're actually very short on meat. Well, I did remove my cattle farms. You know what? Here's what we can do. We're going to go over to our trade because we have so much money. And we're going to say, hey, I want you to buy up to 200. We're just going to buy up to 200 meat every single time that boat comes. We're going to have a whole bunch of meat come in. Okay? In that case, though, we can now go ahead and get rid of you because I'm pretty confident the theater has to go here, and it probably won't reach everybody here, which is another one of my little... I don't want to go with complaints, but like if I put a gigantic theater right here, imagine you're so well, like, imagine you have the physical strength to fight, but you don't have any physical strength to walk this far to go to the theater, so it won't affect you. It has no effect on you at all. I kind of wish these bigger buildings would use honestly give a purpose to roads. How I would fix this, because I've never liked games that do a circular radius. It was one of the main reasons why I didn't play Tropico when it was coming through, and like Tropico 5, 6, etc., all that, because a lot of their buildings, like fire departments and stuff, it was always a circular radius. It didn't matter what my road network was like. I would much prefer a system that takes into account the distance to travel on roads, and then you can increase like have increased roads matter to the point where you could even do a system rework where, again, I know it's a lot of work, so it's probably not worth it, you know, the devs, right? I get it. I totally get it. But like, how about time to travel being the limiting requirement, right? The time it takes them to get there. If it takes them too long to get there, they won't make the journey, so it doesn't make them happy, right? And then if you do stone roads that can travel faster, therefore the road upgrade itself reaches more people. It extends the range of all these buildings because you've made it to where people can walk faster. I think that's a very valid way to do it, but that's just me, man. All right. That's how I would do it, though. I would say, hey, you know, the time it takes to get there is significantly more important than this, you know, radius in which you can cover. Right. So like in this case, you know, there's really no reason why this building should hit this building really well, but not this building, because it would take way longer to reach this building. You'd have to come all the way around, down, around, and through to get to here. But for this one, you just walk down this path and you're there. But that doesn't matter because it's not in the circular radius. Make sense? That's how I would do it anyway. Let me let this run a little bit longer. I'd like to get some more stuff. We're up to 166 sculptures, which is pretty wild, honestly. Speaking of wild, I think I am going to let's replace that hunting lodge. Put one here and put one here, just so we can have more meat coming in and not have to buy all of it necessarily. All right, so the theater just completed its research. I'm going to go down to Hippospist because I have to. Finally, I've been saying this word, and now I'm going to get it. And then we're going to go and unlock the arena just because I want to see what it looks like. But there's a lot of other things that we could do. And I could go get advanced trade, for example, and that would let me basically sell all my advanced stuff and just make a ton of money. So first, I'm assuming this is a service building. Yep, theater right here. Big theater, yep. And it does look pretty big. It's about as big as I'd like, but again, it's a circular radius. So if I was to put it over here like this, it doesn't get those houses in the back. I'd have to put it maybe back here like this. And maybe that's okay, though. Having one up here should be fine, as long as it fits here. Is it going to let me put that there? Looks like it, yeah. Let me put that right there. So there's now a theater. Ooh, maybe I do it like this instead. Yeah? Nah, I like it better facing this way. Yeah, I like it better facing this way. We're going to go like maybe here. All right, so there's our theater. Ooh. And everyone's just wandering aimlessly over top of it and through it, clipping into the building because, again, they're not actually simulated. They're just ants on an anthill, okay? I would love to see that happen too. I would love to see maybe if I see villagers, I would like that to actually mean something. That's just me, though. All right, so let's go to decorations. Let's add a suit of armor, maybe right here, and not a second one. What else could we add here? That's, I don't know. There's an archery range here too. Let's get that. Where am I gonna put that? You want that to be up here near here, I would think, just because you want to have them protecting things. We'll put the archery range over here. This is where the wood and stuff is, so that's where we make our arrows and everything, right? There you go. The archery range can go there. People can shoot, get their target practice in, and it could be just a little bit off of the theater there. So if anyone wants to really kill one of those actors, they just have to just turn their bow a little bit, and there you go. What else we can do here? Let's see. It would be a Greek tragedy, wouldn't it? Let's add one of these statues here. Basically anything that looks like, I'm trying to figure out which direction I want it to point. Basically anything that looks like a person we should put there. You know, it could be like actors of their time or something, but that's not happening. So it'll be the bull. Yeah, the bull will be there. Okay, there we go. And right in front of the theater, we have some decoration stuff. There we go. How we going with our hippospist? Very close, 94%. We're gonna take this to the arena after this, but I don't have any weapons. So how do we go about making weapons? That's one thing I never got into, was actually producing my own weapons. This is right here, the armorer's quarters. Yeah. So the armorer's quarters, we need tools to make it. And apparently we are out of tools. I can help with that, because I can say that we buy up to 35. Well, we already are. There we go. We're already done. Okay, so now I can probably make that. So armorer is right here. You're going to be making weapons. Since it's over by bronze, we'll have it be over here by the mine. And honestly, we probably need another mine, but again, I'm low on workers and stuff, so it's a little bit hard to just do that. We'll grab those two, make them Zugite. And then for the theater, it looks like there's extra stuff involved with this building. Ooh, construction time 180 seconds. Build? Oh? So this isn't done. Building costs. So it has to... Interesting. Because it kind of looked like a build site. You know, it did kind of look that way. But I just figured, okay, well, I mean, they have to build their sets and then they have their plays. But actually, now that I think about it, no, this definitely looks like something that's incomplete. Every other building in here has like a very completed look, and this one does not. So I'm glad I clicked on this, because I would have overlooked that entirely. I think maybe like a little pop-up or something here that says, you know, additional construction needed, or, you know, some kind of visual indicator here. I mean, granted, I think most people probably would just click the damn building, and I just didn't, because I'm not most people, I guess. But hey, there it is. We didn't miss it. We can definitely build this building. So I want to see if it changes how it looks. If it goes through the first stage of building. Okay, that is absolutely better. Now we're talking. All right, so build again. Takes even more resources to do that. Very cool. All right, now we're definitely gonna have a good theater. Okay. So yeah, I want to have more mining and stuff. I need more of these resources. So I'm thinking tin. If there's more tin somewhere, we could get tin from here. There we go. So there's more tin in that mine, and then also we're gonna want to get another. Where is it? Copper mine. Where's the copper? Is it on the other side? I think it's on the other side, but it's right next to warehouses anyway. So pop that in. And probably not right next to warehouses. I suppose we could make it closer to a warehouse. We could totally do that. Make it even closer to the warehouse like that. Just level it up anyway because we can. Why not? We got the cash. Let's just do it. Have at least 20 tier 2 magazines in the Polis at any time. I don't know what that means in magazines, but cool. I guess, okay. I have magazines. Tier 2 magazines. Cool. Ooh, definitely looking good here. And then we build it up to tier 3 from there. Definitely a better look for the theater. Oh, I feel ashamed of myself for not even noticing that initially. I will say though that these trees, I don't know if I like these trees being here. I feel like they don't belong here, right? Am I right on that? We should probably get rid of these trees. There we go. Let's get rid of the trees, and then actually, you know what? We could make this an actual decorative element. We could do something like this around there. You know, maybe this end one that doesn't really fit, does it? You know what? I can make this fit. Let's start from this side. Oh, we'll start from this side, and we'll make this work. So we're gonna have like this. Yeah, something like this would be better, right? There we go. It's like using fences. I like it. It's not a fence, but it just looks better. Yeah. Thank you for participating in the Builders of Greece playtest. Their purpose is to gather feedback on the sandbox mode and the development of policies from the first and second level of development. As fine-tuning and balancing the game is a difficult task, we would appreciate you filling out a short survey about your experience with our game. We will read each submission carefully and analyze all suggestions, which will help us improve the Builder of Greece game and make it even more enjoyable to play. Very, very cool. There's the information on how you can do that. I, of course, will be totally doing that myself with the developer directly, but yeah. And then these videos as well kind of serve as that too. So apparently when you build this grand theater, It kind of marks the end of the game, I suppose. Oh, we win. GG, you built the theater. So very nice. I love that. What's over here? I want the arena, though. We definitely need to do the arena. And then we have the Hippospist. I want to see how military works. Let's just recruit people. We can have infantry or skirmishers. And then we want the Hippospist. All right, so we add like 9 soldiers to this building. And how does that work? There's always this mode here. I hit tab. Oh, I think they're hitting things. I hit tab and I can control them, right? So hit tab and then go like this. Ah, there they are. Yes. My people are ready for war. Man, I want to zoom in so much closer, but I can't. I understand why. It's probably because the character models are probably really low poly, like really low res. And that's why, which makes total sense. It's not the focus of the game, so it totally makes sense. But yeah. So you basically just move your units around. So now what I want to do, I'm going to move my military right into the arena. Oh, this isn't the arena. This is the theater. I want the arena for this. Yeah. I want my military units to be in the arena. Just because I can. That's what I'm looking for here. And we're also short on Geomoria now. So let's go ahead and have this house upgraded. Boom. All right. There we go. Now we're up to 10 out of 12, it says. We should have gotten a lot more than that just now. Not sure how that happened. I was down 11. I upgraded 10 people. I'm down 9. All I have to say is whoopsie on that, I guess. Let's upgrade another one, I guess. All right. That one was more appropriate. Maybe I was just misreading the situation before, but there we go. Cool. All right. So the copper and tin stuff should allow us to be able to smelt more goods. So if I go over to here, let me just see what we got. So copper, we have tin and copper access. And then we have a lot of bronze access as well. So it looks to me like we could definitely be making more weapons and using that. And I'm thinking if there is another production line we could do that uses bronze. So I'm looking at the perfumery because I want to make perfume here too. I don't think anything else really uses bronze other than just tools and armor and stuff, right? So we're just going to need more tools. So we'll do 2 more tool sheds right here to make more tools. And then let's do another armorer's quarters like this. Which is right over here by this warehouse, which we can't upgrade, but, whatever. And then we're actually short on robes now, too, so we can also add another tailor's workshop over here, which we probably have enough flax for. I would assume we have enough. I'm not sure about the linen. So if I look and see, we're completely out of linen. So that's the bottleneck right now is linen. So let me go over to the loom. We'll add, I think, 1 here. And apparently I can't add that there. That's odd. Well, I'm out of planks. Well, there'll be more soon. But yeah, so like it's a balancing act for things. And then obviously you still have to get a lot of people. So we're short 132 Zugite right now. Zugitai. Zugite. I have no idea how you say this word. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna keep saying Zugite because that's how another video that was shared with me says it. So I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna say it the same way they say it. Oh, we have to be fully occupied first, right? All these houses are empty. Exactly. That's been the ongoing problem for a while. All these houses are empty. All right, so that will give us a little bit more. Nope, I'm out of planks now, but it's okay. I am making more planks, but we're probably getting out of wood, I would assume, because we're not really cutting down enough trees. It says we have 73 wood, so I'm just... Honestly, we're probably low on wood because we're low on people to work there. That's probably what it is, right? I bet the arena is done now, though, and I want to see what that's about. So it's a tier 2... No, it's not. Ooh. Where is it? Wait, is it not done? Oh, it takes a long time to do this. Okay. Admiring the best warriors in combat is one of the entertainments in the Polis, and designing an arena will allow citizens to regularly organize duels. Hell yes. Let's do this. Gladiator is going to happen. I realize that's Rome, but it's okay. Okay, so I let it run for a little while longer here so I could get some research done. And We're very close to getting horse races as researched, because I'd like to drop that in and see what we can do for that. So as soon as Peltist, Hoplites, and To the Horse are done, you then unlock the ability to get to the horse races. So we're going to go ahead and activate that. Now, in the meantime, I'm going to get that perfume industry going if I can. I am down quite a bit of workers still, but everyone's very happy except for the Mori. I don't know. I have to provide like gold and silver and stuff for them. So, I need more Thetis to work those mines and more Zoogs to process that. You get it. Anyway, so we're going to go to service buildings. And I wanted the arena down here, but I'm actually thinking this is much more appropriate for farming and everything because we have the infrastructure in place for that already over here. And I think the arena is not really for these guys. The arena is for these guys, right? Like, it's for their entertainment. And so I think it actually works better right here. There's a spot perfectly aligned right there that we can pop this in. And I think it's going to be great. So we just put weapons in and that's it, right? Give weapons in arena and then everyone gets entertained by said arena. So that's what we'll do there. We can add, hello, autosave. We can add a bigger road kind of thing right here. We have all these flags and stuff out front too. So the arena is going to be right across from the academy. I think that's a better spot for that. And then just to make this stuff look better, we can add decorations or just bigger roads. It would have kind of been nice to do this more. I think if I was going to go back and redesign roads and stuff, I would definitely do more of this stuff. I remade the arena road to kind of look like this. And then I've added some decorations on this side of the theater. Sorry, not the arena, the theater over here. So we have a lot of people that walk down these roads and stuff too. And I could do the same thing on this kind of all the way down too. So we would do something more like, adding more roads down this way because we're going to do the horse races. And I don't know where those are going to be. I'm assuming it's a big building. So so you're racing horses. This can't be a small building like this, right? So I'm assuming it's a big building. So we're going to leave this space open here for that. So let's talk about perfume. So to do this, oh, hang on, wait a minute. We got this. Stables. Yes. Both for cavalry, training, and organizing races in the hippodrome. So we actually need the horses. It takes wheat for the horses. Very cool. We'll add a couple of horse stables over here. And this takes Fiumori for this. So we're going to be really low on that. So let's upgrade a few more houses over here to make them upgraded people as well. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. So this will give us even more problems with staff. But this is ultimately the reason why I'm calling the series quits at this point, because a lot of my gameplay time, you guys don't see it because I'm cutting ahead, but a lot of my gameplay time is literally this, doing nothing, just letting it run so that we could get more people. It's too slow. I want population to increase. What I think should happen is population should increase half of a building every time I lay a building, and then that allows them to organically expand. And if I don't meet their needs, then they just get really unhappy and rebel, right? Like, that's it. You don't add people if you can't handle it, right? I feel like that would help the pace of the game a lot because I have, like I've been saying before, like half of these houses are empty, like there's just nobody there. There's nobody living in that house. Half of these things are like that. So I don't know what to do about that other than just letting it go and the timing and stuff for it, right? That's the only thing I can do is the timing for it. At a warehouse over here somewhere, at a random place over there. Okay, so I actually thought the arena would be a building I had to actually build up, similar to the theater, but that's not the case. Perhaps the horse races will be that way. And then there's another one. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Asepian? Asepian? Asepian. I don't know. I'm way off on that. There's 0% chance that that's correct. But by building this building, we will demonstrate to our citizens that our health is of the utmost importance to me. So maybe this is like a major, like a big hospital or something. Yeah. And then advanced trade will help out later on and stuff too. But we're basically done with the research. We just have a few extra things to do. And so perfume, let's talk about that finally. I want to build Myrtle Grove. Myrtle Grove is what we need, is like special flowers and things that we can have to make the nice fragrances, right? So let's take a look and see. There's only 4 of these. Okay, so we can go up like this, I think. 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna have to go 4. I'm gonna have to move this over. That's a real drag, isn't it? It's gonna look bad, but you know what? It's fine. It's temporary. There's that. It's temporary because we're calling it quits. And then we're gonna have this one here. Let's see if I can fit those in there. So 1, 2. Yeah, I am gonna need that to scoot over, aren't I? I am indeed. All right, take these out. And let's put these all the way over like that. And then this building's in the wrong spot. Warehouse is gonna have to go. Warehouse goes away, and we'll replace it with a warehouse that's maybe back here. Good enough. Let's upgrade it. And we'll put the house, or put the path. Sorry, path right here. Connect it there and connect it there. That's fine. Sure. And then this can go here now. That gives us 4 on that side. And I can actually scoot it over now. Let's screw it. Let's just scoot it over. It's fine. Whatever. We'll just redo the whole thing. Now that that warehouse isn't there, I have a lot more room. So we'll go and do something like this instead. I think I like this a lot better. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we put this right here. Yep. And then we do 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 4. Or 4. Or 4. I think 4 there. Okay. So we'll have those Myrtle Groves right there. And these things are gathering this resource, which I don't know what that is. It's just Myrtle. Yeah, just Myrtle. And then what we're going to do with that stuff is we are going to create perfumes. And this is Geomori, whatever they are. They're going to work here to create scents and stuff. And they take herbs, myrtle, olive oil, and ceramics to create these things. A lot of resources. But we will have this be like a section of land over here or something. We'll say that the perfumes and stuff are made over in this area. Maybe over near where the theater is even. We can have this be kind of like a perfume shop over on this side, let's say. We'll put a couple of them over there. This warehouse should totally be upgraded. It looks a little out of place being a warehouse right there, to be honest. I almost want to get rid of it, but I don't know what else I would put there in its place. So, whatever. So, horse races are done for research. Let's go down in development of medicine, and then we can weed down that side. But let's see what we have for horse races. This is the hippodrome. And I'm about to say, it's got to be big. Okay, we got room here. I want this to be like... Yeah, I want this to be like right over here in this area. So, we're going to say that this goes bye-bye. What are you? You are a hunting lodge. I just keep moving you, don't I? Bye. Hunting lodges go away. Okay. And then we're going to have this stone road come right through here like that. Okay. And then we're going to have this stone road come right through here like this. Okay. I hope you can see what I'm doing there. Making room for decorations. And then we're going to have our hippodrome is going to come in right like this. I'll leave a space. Yeah. About like that. All right, now this is another one of those buildings where you have to build it up over time. So here's what it looks like initially. There's not a whole lot of stuff going on there, but it's a pretty big building. I'm liking the way that looks. Let's go ahead and hit build. It'll take a little bit of time. And while they're doing that, we can place our decor, right? So these are horse races. I wish I had horse statues, but I don't. That's a real drag. I also don't have any warrior statues near the arena. So I have this bowl here, and what I think I'm going to do is put like a whole row of warriors. And we can just pretend and say that these are statues from previous arena champions. You know, heroes of the arena are all featured right here on the road to it. That kind of thing. I think that's a really good thing to have there. And then on this side, we of course have the ability to have this road go down, and then we'll have all of, let's say, these. Do I want these ones or better ones? These ones here look pretty cool. You could just have these be like spaced out all on the side of this place. Oh, there we go. Yeah. All on the side of this place, we'll just have, you know, these little stanchion kind of things. That looks pretty sweet. You can do the same thing on the other side, but we're going to want the roads. So that's how it looks as its tier 1. And then if we build it again, we'll see what tier 2 looks like. Again, we want to have these things be ever just a little bit spaced out along the sides. Give the place a bit more character. Yeah. All the way out to there. And then these roads will go just like this. Wonderful. Huh? I think it looks pretty cool. Horse races, right? And then we just need, other things too, which I guess we could pretend that these are horses. I don't know. It doesn't really matter, I guess, but you just have to have something here. I want something here. Yeah, like, I don't know. Just something. There you go. A flower bed can be there next to flowers. Okay, cool. So a very decorative area right here. We'll let them build this up. It's almost tier 2. So we'll have to see what this looks like in a second. And there we go. Ooh. Hey, look at that. Build tier 3. Ooh, I don't have the marble for that. That's the first time I've been out of a resource for building something in a very long time. Also, we're completely out of beer now. Fun. Probably because I don't have the workers to make it. I'm just out of people. I don't have Zugite to make the beer. We'll work on that. More beer over here, please. And probably need more wheat. And probably need more Zugs as well, I would think. You can Thetis colleges. I can't upgrade these Thetis cottages because they are not inhabited. There's nobody there. So I can't do that. We're gonna make a gap right here, I think, and have some people living here. Okay, so some of these guys can live near the racetrack. I think that's probably pretty cool. Have them living over near the racetrack. And we can get rid of some of these flowers and stuff too to kind of, there we go, like that. And get rid of you too. Just get rid of you, man. And then this road can come straight down. That should give me enough room for a house here, there, and there, and there, and there. And of course, once they were upgraded, we would have, the proper class and all that kind of stuff over there. There's a marketplace over on that side. Achieve a satisfaction level of very happy for all social groups. Just did that. Pretty cool. And bring this over like that. There we go. And then also you over like this. And so now we have sort of like this double road thing for even more stuff, like even more decorations, even more style, whatever we could put through here. It makes it open and just gives a lot more room for all this stuff. So I have the marble now. Let's go ahead and hit build on this. My daughter's waking up right now. I'm running out of time. Oh no. Perfume people. Did we start getting perfume made? Perfume. We have 9 perfumes in stock, which hopefully means, why is everything green? I mean, I understand the green because of like highlighting this building, but I'm not highlighting that building anymore. There we go. Geomoria. So they're very happy and they are having perfumes. Yes, some of these guys are now consuming perfumes and I can have more of them. There we go. Just upgrade even more of them live in this area. And now it's could, of course, really stress my Zugite population. It's going to be really hard to get that. So now I'm going to have to come over here and hope that a lot of these homes will upgrade because I am running out of those guys. So let's upgrade a lot of these guys now. I think one thing that could improve this game a little bit. Oh, here we go. Complete the construction of the hippodrome. I just did it. Oh, you want to go see what it looks like? Come on now. Let's go see what it looks like. Oh, yeah, baby. Look at this. This reminds me of jousting. Yeah. This reminds me of like last night, right? Heath Ledger. I'm thinking I'm going to go watch Last Night now. It has nothing to do with ancient Greece, but I'm going to do it anyway. That's what I'm thinking. So this is apparently for horse races, which I still think yeah, maybe horse races. Yeah. Cause there's this big thing in the center. You wouldn't want to joust here, I guess. More of a fence is what you'd want, but still, loving the architecture there. Loving the design. I think it did a fantastic job there. Definitely very, very cool. The last building that I assume you have to build is this one. And it's going to take a while to get there. So tell you what, I will wrap this video up with building this building so you can see the different stages of this building. Okay? Okay, so I think I've reached the point now where I don't want to wait anymore to just show the best buildings and everything, because I just went upstairs and had dinner. I left it run at max speed like this, and when I let it run, I was down about 30 Zugite, whatever. I was down about 30 of them, and I was down 580 of Arthetis. I come back downstairs now after half an hour of just letting it run at this speed, and we're even on our Zugite, so I've gained about 30 of them. I'm still down 517 Thetis at this point. Like that's my worker deficit with Thetis right now, and so it's clear to me that the game is not. They don't intend for you to create all your own raw resources, because the population just simply does not grow as fast as it needs to. I have a lot more houses now than when we cut before. There's a housing district right here. I've got new fields put in over here because I needed some more wheat, which of course requires Thetis labor. We have the stuff over here. I've now got a gold mine right over here. There's a silver mine now over here. I have not placed a jeweler yet, so there's none of that, but it's fine. There's a lot of industries and stuff I haven't placed. There's a housing district now over here. So I've pretty much used, you can see the mini map, pretty much used the entire map at this point. There's, you know, this whole section over here is mostly just rocks, so that's not possible to build there. So there's a little bit of space over here left, and then there's a little bit of space over here that's kind of, you know, narrow and everything, but there is space. Now I am actively making trade, and I have all the research and stuff done for this, so I can have trade for most of the advanced resources. And the only thing I'm not making right now or going with is essentially just like the wax stuff, but I have to constantly buy ceramics up to 180 because there's zero chance of making your own that keeps up with demand. There's just no way to do it. And despite having over 6,000 drachmas in imports every time a ship comes, so I'm spending 6,000. Despite doing that, my bank balance continues to rise because of taxes. So game over, we win, GG. I want to show you some of the other buildings though that I've unlocked. So with research, I'm getting this one right now. I'm kind of stalling until that's done, and then we're going to see what that one's like. But I've gotten every other research done in the meantime here, including effective negotiations, which drops all the import prices by 10%. I'm not sure. I feel like getting to the end of this, 20%, all right? It doesn't matter. I'm still gaining money. Gymnasium. I wanted to see what that's all about. So it's probably a service building, probably tier 3. And there's actually a couple of them here. So we have the baths. Hygiene is fundamental. If you do not provide your citizens with an appropriate place to take care of it, diseases will occur more frequently. It just requires cosmetics, which we are actively making now, but I'm going to place a hygiene building over here. And this is Zugite labor, looks like. So you just have to figure out kind of where this thing can go to be most effective, but it's a pretty big building, to be honest. And I think I'll just place it over here is fine. So there's some bath right there. We can come on over here to this area and put a bath right there. That seems pretty good. And then probably one more. Let's put a bath on the top of the hill. I can't reach it. All right, put it over here. That'll cover quite a few people as well. So most people now covered by baths. Maybe not this original neighborhood. It's really packed in here, so I'd have to delete houses. And maybe that's an okay thing to do since we have a lot of uninhabited houses anyway. Perhaps this population will move to one of the other uninhabited houses. Maybe that's how that works. We can test that out. We'll just go ahead and get rid of these 4 houses here. And we might be able to now fit a bath in right here, although I'm out of tools. So I'm going to need a few more tools. If the ship shows up like it is right now, we should be getting tools. And let me just go in, find where tools are. Where's tools? Tools right here. Let's buy up to like 75 tools now. And then I want to build the gymnasium, which also requires tools and also requires cosmetics, which again, we are making our own cosmetics now as well. This is a pharmacy. I thought this is interesting. So it takes myrtle, herbs, and olive oil, combines them together to make medicine, but it doesn't require ceramics. So like, what are you putting them in? What are you putting the, you know, it's like one of the few buildings that don't take ceramics at this point. So yeah. And then there's a wine shortage as well. I've been buying wine pretty much, and now we're way up on ceramics just because I constantly buy a ton of it from the ship. Every time the ship comes in, I buy a whole bunch of it. And I've been trying to boost as best as I can. I've been trying to boost our production of it, our local production of it, but it is a tough thing to do. I think what the game intends for you to do, and maybe this is how it's balanced, is to slowly sort of not produce your own raw resources like stone and meat and things like that, and instead just start importing that stuff while using your upgraded population, which pays more in taxes, to create more of the end products and then export those at a higher rate. I suspect that's kind of how things are balanced for this. Look at this. I'm about to spend almost 9,000 there on that. I'm not importing any cattle, but I am exporting horses. Where's horses? Horses, right? It's in here somewhere, man. I'm telling you, there's horses in here, all right? I'm not making this up. I was right there, yep. So we got horses, and we sell all horses above 80. So I'm just like keeping them there. But you can sell horses for quite a lot here. Yeah, 50. We'll go with 50 there. Yeah. So we're doing pretty well on that. I think, yep, this building is done. So I would like to build, first let's build that bath so I can see what it looks like. We're going to examine the building too. I want to really take a look at these buildings too, because I think this is a good way to close things off, is just to admire what they've done really well. And that's the architecture, the buildings, the way they look. I think they've done a really good job on how these things look. I would love to be able to arc my camera up a little bit here and just kind of see inside the building a little bit. There we go. I'll get this menu out of the way. That's pretty cool, huh? I think that looks pretty neat. Yeah. So that's the baths. And then let's take a look at the this one right here. I don't know how to pronounce it, but we're going to build this. It looks like it's pretty big. And this might be another one of those buildings where we have to actually construct it. I would love to place that over here. I don't think it has a huge radius of effect too, so maybe it doesn't need placed. Yeah, I really want it to be over here with everything else. I think I'm gonna take out this stuff and do it. So this is just a warehouse. This is a cosmetics workshop. So we're making cosmetics, right? We're just gonna get rid of that warehouse, and should be able to build it here now. Maybe I have to get rid of this woodcutter's home, probably, but we'll see. Let's go into, what is it? Service buildings, right? I'm clicking the, oh, okay. So it's passed through. The barracks is right there. All right. So take this and let's build this right here if it'll let me. There we go. So this is another one of those buildings where we have to build it in stages. Okay. So it starts off here. S-Slepian. I have no idea. And we'll go ahead and build this. Requires 180 seconds as well as a bunch of tools, marbles, planks, etc. So building stage 1. In the meantime, while that's building, let's go. I did it again. Let's go ahead and build gymnasium and see what that's looking like. Looks pretty big. Let's build it maybe over here like this, just so I can see what it looks like. Okay, there we go. It's a little place for people to work out, right? And now we're down on Zigite labor once more. We're down only 460 on Thetis. So like the population is growing. It's not stagnant. It's just growing too slowly. I really think that needs to be accelerated, because otherwise the pace of the game just dies. From the middle to the end, middle to end game, just the pacing is so slow. Just because you're bottlenecked by population. I think the population should come out, like I said, half full. Every house you build should be half full right away. And then, that allows it to expand on its own organically, but it keeps up the pace of the game. Because if I spend a whole lot of resources, now they're stuck in that view again. Can I have that gone, please? There we go. If I spend a whole lot of resources building a house, right? And just to have it be, like, this one's 8 out of 8. Cool, but this one's 0 out of 8. And 0 out of 8. And 8 out of 8 on that one. And this one over here is 8 out of 8. So they're starting to get full, but there's still a lot of houses around here that are just completely empty. And I would love to see, that get fixed. And plus, on top of that, once they do occupy those homes, I have to upgrade them to get to the next social class, if you will. But everybody's very happy and they're all being taxed like crazy. So that's how that works. All right. So here's the first little step here. I love how that looks. That's the first wave here, the first construction tier for this building. And then we'll go to the number 2 real quick here. There's like I want to say almost a forced motion blur happening with the game too. I would love the ability to remove that if I could, Dev. I have no idea if they're even still watching these videos, but like the forced motion blur is a little bit weird. And if I go into the options for the game and go to graphics, I don't see any way to remove motion blur. I really want that gone. So whatever that effect is that's causing that, I'd love it to go away, because just having this, I know it's forcibly blurring this. It's not, I don't know. Especially it's very noticeable when the game begins to lag. I have over 4,000 population now, right? So like it's really pushing it at this point. And so I can understand if it gets a little slow, but there has been pretty consistently sort of a motion blur effect going on. You can kind of see it with the edges and stuff as I rotate. It's definitely there, and it's not has nothing to do with my graphics card, and sort of everything to do with like the game is actually placing it there. It might be a depth of field thing. I did see a setting for depth of field. Maybe that's it. I thought I did. Maybe that was a different game. It might be a different game that I was looking for. I'm playing a whole bunch of different games right now. All right, so tier 2 looks like this. Ooh, yeah, there we go. I'd probably bet there's an achievement for building all of the buildings, right? So the next thing we need is 12, just 12 linen, man. Just 12. We're doing okay on clothing production. We're doing horribly on linen production. So I'm just basically importing linen and then creating clothes from it, because the creation of linen and flax and all that stuff requires fetus. I just don't have enough people. So we probably won't be able to build that second part here until another ship comes in. And then the stone quarry is now finally depleted. There you go. That'll free up some fetus labor. The other thing that needs work in this game, and again, it's mostly just pacing. Everything is pretty good except for how slow everything is. And that's that the boats that come by your harbor, they don't bring every resource you want to buy when they come in, right? They only bring some of them. And there's no way to prioritize that other than removing things from your list. Now, you can kind of increase the frequency that boats come in by adding more harbors. And so that's what I've done over here. I've got 2, and actually there's another one over on that side. There's a third. I think, I can't verify this, but I think that's speeding up the boats. But the boats still take way too long to show up, and they don't bring you everything you want when they do. So I still only have 2 linen. That's how much I'm able to bring myself, make myself. The boat just left, and I didn't get my 150 linen that I'm supposed to be able to get. And there's really no way to tell when that linen's going to come in, because it's just like, it's almost randomized in which items the boats actually bring at this point. So like, I don't have, like, the boat just left, I don't have 180 ceramics, right? So if you have a resource that you really want to make sure that you have a lot of, you got to like max that out, right? That's the only way to do it. Now, I think temporarily, just so I can get that building done, I'm going to go over to where I'm making my clothes. I already did it to one of them, but I'm going to do it to all of them now. And we're just going to stop clothing production entirely. We're not going to produce that anymore. All right. We're just going to stop right there, and we'll probably run out of clothes in a second. That's just going to have to be the way it is. But that is at least going to allow me to get to the 12 linens that I want. Let's see if this boat shows up. So like, this one's showing up to the other harbor, right? The second harbor that I have over here. And maybe that will deliver the linens that I need. And now they're already gone. Just poof. The linens are completely gone. And again, I have buy up to 260, and they're not. So in order to build this building, I'm just going to have to time it or figure out what else is using the linens, which is probably over here. I would say not this one, but the cheesemaker's hut. The cheesemakers actually take linen as an input. And so as a result of that, like, I have to stop all my cheese production as well in order to get just enough linen to do this. And normally I would say, well, just make more looms, which is totally a good idea, except I have no workers for those new looms, and it won't matter anyway. So there's 11. I need to time this to get to 12. Hopefully we get to 12. Come on. As soon as there's 12, I'm clicking this. Don't use them until I can click this. Come on. All right, I'm going to have to stop my cheese. My entire cheese network here. My cheese production. Cheesemakers. Take a break for a bit. And hopefully with them stopped, that'll be enough to get me up to the amount of linen that I want to have so that I can hit this building. But overall, though, like, I'm not trying to be judgmental or anything, but like, this is what we do at the end of a game. We take a look and we evaluate how it works. How's our experience playing that game, right? And I would say this thing has got some pretty good bones to it. It's got a good start. As an early access title, I think it's got a pretty good, you know, if it was a person, I'd say they got a decent head on their shoulders. They just need some experience. And that's kind of what this game needs. It needs some time to bake. It needs some time to, there we go. I built it, right? There it goes. Yep. It just needs some time to bake. It needs some time to, you know, to get developed and to give the dev feedback. They are very open to feedback. They want feedback. You can go to their Discord server. I don't have that linked in the description, but like you'll see it on the Steam page. And there's also an email that they've just announced on their Discord as well for like a preferred email that people use to send feedback and stuff for the game as well. So they definitely want to develop this game according to the feedback of their players. And I definitely appreciate that's the entire point of early access, is that you care about player feedback and you want that as to be an integral part of the decisions you make throughout that development process. And I definitely appreciate that. So with the completion of this building, I am going to leave you guys here. Thank you so much for watching this series. I appreciate you so much. I hope you guys will check out any of the other games we got going on the series, on the channel as well. The building that is an achievement, just like the theater and stuff was too. So there we go. It looks pretty nice. I like it. I still don't know what it's for because I can't pronounce it very well. But this building does want the medicine I've been making, and it also wants whatever these are to provide healthcare. Yeah. So these are what is that resource? That resource is wax tablets, which we have to have wax for. I'm pretty sure the wax is going to require Zigite, yep, apiary, yep. It's going to require, you know, they're basically bees, right? These are just like beekeepers, right? And they're going to require Zoogs to work there. But the thing is, I don't have any spare people, man. So as much as I want to have the beekeepers doing their thing over here, I don't have enough people to work this building. So it's not going to matter much. But in any case, I had a really good time with this game. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. This is Builders of Greece. I think it's pretty cool. I'm going to be keeping an eye on it. I hope you are too. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.